So I went into the other room, but I was going from the green room to the front of the house, and literally I heard Marcos go, yeah, no. And I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
Anyway. And I was like, this show's not going too hot.
No. We're about to cause a ruckus with the community. I got beat up by a special ed.
Hold on, bitch.
Hey, tell me if this counts as bullying.
Even like in a silly goose time.
That's pretty cool, I think. He calls me Zaddy.
Welcome to the Bad Neighbor Podcast.
I think about how you told me you're like Anthony. I smoked a cigarette. I came back inside. You just told me that my breath fucking stank.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I saw this video on YouTube where there's this guy like one of these like I forget these reels. Sorry, these Instagram reels. He's like, you don't want the friend that's nice to you. You want the friend that's gonna hurt your feelings and tell you how it is. So I was like, oh, that's me.
No, that's not you. You're just rude. You're a fucking asshole sometimes.
Imagine if you said that, and I was like,
Because if someone told you some shit, you'd be like, that's fucked up.
No, I would have been like, oh, fuck, my bad, for real. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that.
we 2 mics from going home. You really think I'm going to go to the car, grab a mint? So let me breathe, man.
Oh,
No,
man,
you would have been like,
man,
why do you care? Why do you care if my breath stinks? It's not your breath. Why do you care?
No, I think, yesterday my mom was like, your car's dirty. And then I had to go wash it right after that. Because I was like, damn, she's really going to make fun of my car like that?
We talked to Snapchat AI, and he told us to talk about funny pet stories. The funniest pet story I have is that my friend was on an Instagram live, and they were playing with his hamster, and for fun they were going like this, whoa, like throwing it up, and it was hilarious until the hamster caught the fan.
Decapitated?
Well, yeah,
We talked about this on the podcast, didn't we?
maybe
I feel
on
like
Jaguar.
Yeah, I feel like this has been joked about at one point. Like, can I
Yeah.
remember it?
Yeah, faintly.
Imagine you're throwing your pet. You're like, oh my god, he loves it. Look how his
He's
face
having
is.
so much fun.
And then you just hear.
His eyes are still beady. Like, how do you know if he likes it? You know what I mean?
Dude, I feel bad when I kick my cat when she's walking by me. Like, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
like,
but they begging for that shit. Sometimes
yeah.
they're like,
Sometimes like get
they're
the
trying to do
fucking
figure 8 through your legs while
Yeah,
you're
you're like,
walking, and
dude,
you're
get
like,
outta
bitch, you're
here.
gonna get smacked. I step on cat feet all the time, dude.
Dude, this one, my cat, like, I'll step on her, she'll go, I'll be like, what?
What? Try
Like,
me.
she can understand. Like, I have to live with my cat now because I'm taking care of her in the room that I'm staying at. And I guess, like, we got closer, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Bonded with the
You
cat.
get close with an animal.
And I never did. I never had. Like, I used to talk to her. I'd be like, oh, come on. Like, but now I'm, like, to the point where I'm like, dude, we're roommates, and I can't have you just coming onto my bed with shit on your tail.
Like, serious conversation.
Like, yeah, no. And
Like
I'm
before it was like, hi, Mimi's. Now it's like,
Exact-
what's up, man? It's
no,
good to see
it's
you."
not even what's up, man. It's like, oh, hey, what's up? I got your dinner right here. I'm going to put. No, don't give me that look. I know it's more of like that because, like, you're living in solitude with an animal. So it's
Yeah.
like you think that. And they give you a look that sometimes reciprocates like a
You're
real
like- you're
response. Like, oh, okay, that's
yeah,
real.
Like they understand it.
Yeah, that like you say, dude, can you get off the bed, please? And then they do it. They're like, oh shit, he understood it.
Man,
you
you're pulling. I have no blanket, dude.
Yeah.
Give me some blanket.
know?
See with the cop. You got dinner tonight. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Do you sleep with the cat in the bed with you?
Fuck no.
No, they sleep on the floor or whatever.
Yeah, she's
Where they
like
sleep.
she's like running around. Well, she's like on the floor of the room, or she's in like a little cat tree. But cats are awake in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because they're
Yeah.
nocturnal, aren't they?
I don't know about nocturnal, but they're just more active at night. You know, like they're just like. And she always used to just sleep with my mom, but now she's sleeping with me, and I hate it.
And you're
dude.
awake at fucking 3 a.m, so the cat's
Exactly.
all, we're up.
No, and I hate it. I hate having to fucking like feel like I'm gonna get tickled or like, 'Cause she'll scratch your feet like if they're dangling off the bed. She'll jump by your head, like all this shit. Like,
Dude, my dog is automatic. It doesn't. All I have to do is give her. And it's automatic, supersonic.
What?
They're gonna
This
fuck.
chair's doing something to me.
Oh, what do you mean like automatic though? Like,
Like my dog will just be laying on the floor, and it takes just a, and my dog will jump up. I'll lift up the sheets. She'll get under my blankets, and she'll be the little spoon, and then I'll just coddle her like this.
is your morning whatever poker?
It's where I bury it. You know what I mean?
They don't get off the dog.
You beat off with your dog in the room?
He's all next to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Helps
know
me
what?
pick my
I'm
porn
so
selection.
glad you mentioned that because it's like really awkward when she because she'll do this thing to where like if I'm sleeping with her and I'm
She'll wait for it to jump out of your dick. She'll go.
she'll do this thing to where like if I'm sleeping with her and spooning because she likes the heat from me obviously, and I'll like turn around, you know what I mean, and I won't be touching her. She'll scoot over and like make sure she's touching me, you know what I mean. So that's why sometimes I'll wake up against the wall and I have no space because I've just been moving.
Yeah.
And same thing when I'm jerking off. I'll be like, give me some space. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not touching her, and then I'll be jerking off, and I just see her go snuggle up next to me while I'm fucking jerking it.
She's like, what are you watching?
It's so sensual the way that she does it, dude, because she backs her ass into my hip, and I'm like, I'm fucking trying to jerk off.
The only way Nathaniel could come if there's fur touching his right arm.
I like lift up my shirt so it's touching. Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
definitely awkward for sure, and it makes
Yeah.
me feel uncomfortable. But I think I've been doing it for so long that I just make sure she's not touching me, and then I'll do it. But sometimes she does just back up on me, and I'll hit her.
Yo, Charlotte, get the fuck off of me.
When was the last time you had a dog or a cat?
Me? Oh, I haven't had a dog in forever. It's been a long time. Since I was 15, since my dad made me and my brother kill my dog.
For the bad neighbor house,
Really?
I want to
Yeah.
just get a super old dog.
I don't want to get a dog. Even the
I want
bad
to get
neighbor
like
house.
a 6.
Why did you kill your dog?
Well, he broke his jaw,
Oh yeah, you told me that.
and we had to put him down. Me and my brother had to go put him down.
Why would your dad do that?
Because he was teaching us. He was teaching us something.
And now look at how he left you.
Yeah, I know.
Without empathy, don't care about
Well,
fuck about
was,
animals.
No, he was teaching us. No, I love dogs. I cried when I had to take dogs to the pound. It made me real
The
sad.
lesson was treat others how you want to be treated. It was just,
No, the lesson
He
was.
gave him a bowl of
irrelevant.
meatloaf before he shot him.
it was just some irrelevant lesson, but he's like, and now shoot it.
No, we
He's
we
like,
took him
and
to
that's
the
when we
vet.
put our seatbelts on, son.
We took him.
Always look both ways before you cross the street.
We were riding with the dog in the
Like, give her
front
2
seat.
bullets.
We're riding with the dog in the front seat. My brother just slams on the brakes, sends him out through the windshield.
Your dad or the dog?
My brother. No, we had to put him down because he got out and he got attacked. We think he got attacked by coyotes or someone because he got really fucked up, and his jaw was broken. He couldn't eat. He ended up missing all of his teeth at the bottom, and then he was already like 15 years old. So we're like, fuck, this dude's lived a long time already, and there's no way we're gonna fix his.
What was
jaw.
the last words you said to him?
Better question. What gun
I
did you
can't
use?
remember. No, we took him to the vet in Tehachapi.
Oh,
The
really?
one that's like on the by
It's like a barn, isn't it?
no, the
It
one
looked
that's
like a barn.
no, the one that's by Old Town Pizza or
It
Old
looked
Town
like a
Pizza.
barn, though.
And it was just too expensive to fix him?
It
Or
was
what?
just way too expensive to fix his jaw because it was a broken
Could
jaw
you
and missing
imagine
teeth.
being at the vet and then you bring a dog and they're like, it's gonna be about $2,000, and they're like,
Kill it.
nah, and then they leave. You're like, fuck, that dog's gonna die. Then that's gotta be a tough feeling at the vet.
Yeah, we had to put the dog down and then we're gonna bring him
Quit
back.
say put the dog down. You shot it, dude.
Yeah, with the shot, whatever they give the dogs to die.
Just say you put a cap in his ass. Be
Yeah.
real, dude.
But we put the dog down and then we're about to drive back with the dog in our lap, the dead dog in our lap, so we go bury him in our backyard.
And you did that?
Oh, dude.
No, the vet was nice enough to be like, you guys can come back tomorrow and pick the dog up.
Pick the dead dog up?
Yeah. So they wrapped him up in like a blanket and shit. We
Can
took
you
him.
imagine? Put a blanket over it and you're burying it and you just see it go.
Oh, I see. So you guys just had to take him to go get euthanized. You didn't have to kill him in your backyard.
No, yeah, we took him to go
That
get
sounded a
euthanized.
lot like you killed him in your backyard.
and
I'm
then-
glad we went over this.
You know, because my dad was like, "You guys need to learn life and death. Like that's just what it is."
Oh my
So he taught us with the dog. It's like it's life and death. It's like things die. That's what the lesson was. Things die.
It's a great lesson.
And we had to bury him in the backyard.
You just
He's
started
like-
off
My dad
with a
dug
flower.
my dad dug up the hole, and then he was like, "All right, you guys gotta like fill it back in."
Woo. Where's that dog buried?
My dad's backyard.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah,
Imagine.
I could tell you exactly where it's
Next
at.
guest on the podcast, Marcus's first dog.
It looks like the alien from Mexico.
Right.
For real.
We're just eating a bag of cereal and we're like, Marcos, have some.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're eating your dead dog's ashes.
it's your first dog's femur.
Yeah, that dog was it was a cool dog. His name was Pepsi.
Oh, that is cute.
I'm more of a Coke guy.
Yeah.
I was at a show last Friday in Hanford, and you guys were there with me. And
Yeah.
do you guys want to go one at a time?
About
Our
like their experiences.
Yeah.
No, just say how it went, because you did your set and then took a nap for everyone else's set.
Yeah.
So
On the
you
second
didn't
show,
see-
we did.
You didn't
Okay.
help out on sound. You didn't lie to anybody. You
My-
just went and
yeah,
took
yeah.
a fucking nap, dog.
So my
for your
perspective: go on
pussy.
stage, kill, go to bed, wake up, go home.
Yeah, way to be part of the team, bud.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. The
First show.
the first show, we were amongst each other deciding who wanted to go first while we were there, right before the show, which is not that big of a deal. But I ended up going first, and then I performed, and then you came up to me. Do you remember what you told me? You said that was the worst set I've ever seen in my life.
Huh?
No, the
I
first
mean,
set.
yes, and
The first show actually went pretty well, and then our lineup was me,
And then me.
you,
Diego.
Diego, been on the podcast before, 2 podcasts ago, Anthony, and then Julian headlining because it was his birthday. The first show went very well. There was even a couple who decided that they would watch the second show, not knowing it would be all the same jokes.
Yeah,
but
for
there was
real.
there was a couple there that was like, we're going to stay for the next show. We want to see the next show,
those
too.
are
That was
Julian's
great.
homies,
Yeah.
though.
They were Julian's friends, but they were like, we'll stay, you know?
We're all right. $10.
And the crowd received very, very, very well for the first show. And then the second one came a little bit sooner than I thought. But the second one, I went up on stage, and I got laughs, but it was clearly not as good as my first set. And we switched the lineup to go me, you, Anthony, and then Diego, then you,
Mhm.
and then Julian. And needless to say, it was if this was like a stock curve, it would just plummet.
Yeah.
Right? It was just like I went up there and it was like, here we go, and then it was like it went down a little bit when I was up
What-
there, and then it just kept going over and over and
You
over
did
again.
great, dude. But the second show, I dug myself a really big hole.
You know
But
how
I-
bad of the hole
I-
it was?
To be honest with you, I seen all your sets, so I didn't want to watch your guys' sets. No offense, I just like I watched all your guys' first sets. The second one, I'm like, I'm not in. So I went into the other room, but I was going from the green room to the front of the house, and literally I heard Marcos go, "Yeah, I know," and I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I was like, "This show's not going too hot. It could be better."
You know how bad it got with Anthony's set? Is he took off his glasses and his hat and put them on the stool.
Oh, I didn't have a hat.
Oh, you just took
I
your
I
glasses
took my
off.
glasses off because it was so
sweaty.
sweaty.
Can you recreate it?
Anthony, this is Anthony on stage. He goes, "Woo."
I remember being like, dude, just take your time, dog. Like, you got
Yeah.
a long time. Don't
You
try
got
to
a
rush
long
it. Just like,
day.
yeah, it was rough, dude. I dug myself a deep ass hole for my
'Cause-
second set
The
because I told a story and it just didn't go well. And the whole time I'm telling you, I'm like, you gotta get to the end. You gotta finish it. Don't bail. Don't bail. Like, and then as soon as I finish the story, I get a little laugh because I make fun of how the story didn't work.
Yeah.
And then I do material, and then it starts to go fine. You know, and I ended up like doing having a fine set.
I was outside when everybody was leaving, and there was this family that was like, you know what? The son was like, you know what? I really liked the second act, and then it was you. He said he liked your act, and then mom was like, I really liked the first one, and then the third one was like, I really liked all of them. Well, I don't know. And then they were like, and then that's the last that I heard, and I was like, that is pretty funny.
I never like, because like I remember seeing stand-up shows and just immediately just talking shit about like what you saw, how it went.
The second you got out, like glad I got out.
Like I don't want to be listening to that.
In their perspective, dude, I was Julian. To his credit, he might say differently, but he ate shit on the second show, and even if we're scared to say it, I'll say it. I did not see the beginning of a set though. I did not see the beginning of a set. I don't know how it started, but I went in there for the last 8 minutes of his set, and he was at 20 minutes, and I was like, no way he does the extra 10, because Julian was like, I'll do anywhere between 20 and 30, and I'm like, that's a pretty big gap. You know what I mean? That's 10 minutes we're talking about. That's how long I'm going on stage for. And then he sat out through the whole thing. He went from 20 minutes all the way to fucking 30 with no laughter throughout the whole thing. And I was like, holy shit, dude. So big props to Julian, because like you said, finishing her story, Julian finished the last 10 minutes of his set, dude, just with no response. And it was like, that was right. That girl that I was talking to, that's right when she showed up. It was like the last 10 minutes of Julian's set. And I was like, I looked at her, I'll be like, 2 more minutes. That's what I told her at the 20-minute mark. I went, 2 more minutes. And then she was like, you said it would be done by now. And I'm like, he's going the whole 30. That was a long time. I'm like, how does he do that?
Yeah, that's happens when we don't have a set list and we freeball it. But you're not off the hook either, mister.
Not. I hated both of mine.
But Marcos, I give you this, though. Marcos was so tired. He worked so hard all week. And you could see how fucking tired he was on Friday. His back was hurting. He was leaning against the wall.
Show, it was a bitch.
He was
the
tired.
The cool part about us being so close in rank and only being like a year apart is that we scatter. Like on the Ken Flores show, the second show, I was the worst performance by far between the 4 of you. But then this show, as ranks, like we start getting different positions. Julian headlines and I'm opening, blah, blah, blah. Everything's different. The formula is completely different, and then we just get completely different results, which is kind of cool. But
well, the thing that was interesting, though, is that for the first show, it was superb. Yeah. I felt like everyone did fantastic.
Everyone did a pretty good job the first show.
Like Julian, like he did his full 30.
Full 30.
And he was
good,
like,
dude.
Had people howling at the end of it. Like howling. Like, and even my set, like I had a really fun pace. I had a lot of like going here and there. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Everyone did very solid. And then the second show came in and it just felt like a reverse, like a complete 180. Yeah. You know, Nathaniel did just did solid for both shows. I brought the energy down the second show when I opened up with my story, but I managed to dig myself out a bit, but I still kind of like fucked with the energy, you know?
Yeah. Dude, as soon as we started, you come up to me and go, we should have just did one show. And I was like, fuck yeah. Because, dude, that second show, it wasn't the fact that I was done. I was out of energy. Dude, even with the first show, I was out of energy already. I was like, fuck,
and we're not, and none of us are partiers or drinkers, so we're not getting like liquored up to like have energy to like go on stage or do this or that. Like
the whole time, like,
we're doing downers. Like
the second holes after the second show, I told Marcos like 6 times in the room. I'm like, we're doing cocaine now. If this happens again, we're doing cocaine.
So I was sitting there, dude. The first show, I could have used some cocaine. But the second one, I was like, fuck.
Well, dog, honestly, it's just like we gotta get more rest and drink some caffeine. you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think we could have done one show, packed everyone into that room,
Yeah.
instead of having half the room filled for both shows.
Yeah, dude,
You
I
know?
fucking
Or a third of the room filled. whatever.
usually like because I had a Red Bull, and usually a Red Bull will fucking jack me up because I don't drink a lot of caffeine. Red Bull didn't do dick to me that
Sometimes
night.
it counters and it makes your hands all like you can't feely wheelie your hands anymore because like your hands are tingling. You ever get that from Red Bull?
Because at that point, dude, it was exhaustion from the whole week of doing everything.
Oh
And I know that feeling of when we're doing all these shows and stuff and worrying about printing stuff, getting everything promoted, texting people, posting things, all this, all that. It takes so much out of you that the last thing on the list is comedy.
Oh yeah, that's
When
why I realized I was like, dude, I haven't even thought about putting a set list together.
Exactly.
And I was like, that's fucking crazy. I didn't think about putting a set list together or nothing.
And that's how I felt for the Secret Show. Like, even though we improvised for the Secret Show, we kind of just like winged it, and it ended up being like a mid-ass set because I was just so tired and so out of it.
That's why I'm excited for kind of this Saturday,
Yeah, what's this Saturday?
the Cal City show, the
Mhm.
homecoming show. But
Yeah.
that one's gonna be more fun because like we're not gonna have to do a lot of that.
A lot of the setup.
Yeah, because like
Promoting
I don't
and-
have to go there until Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't have to go out there till Thursday, so I'm good. And then, and that's like just it's an easy trip for me. Like, 'cause I know
Yeah.
where everyone's at.
And it's all your family and
It's
stuff.
all my family. Like I know who's gonna be there. I know simple shit. And
Yeah,
then,
over
like,
there we were in a foreign city. We not foreign, but like we weren't even from there.
Yeah.
We didn't know where the restrooms are. We didn't know where the food is. Like, and it was
yeah,
a bitch.
over
dude.
here versus like, oh, I know where this is at. Like, and then like I don't have to worry about setting up the bar. I don't have to worry about fucking putting all this up. Like, all
Yeah.
right, these people already got it covered.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, we're gonna have our own little trailer. We're gonna be
Yeah.
chilling, dude.
No, that's very important, dude. That's why there's so much work that goes into this. So, that's why when we go out of town and we do these shows, I want to make sure, or I hope that we just do it as best as we can. And it's hard when we're having to do all this extra shit,
Oh yeah,
and we're just doing it ourselves,
yeah. I was gonna.
or with like we do have great help thanks to like Autumn and
Yeah.
our girlfriends and stuff. Like they're all like,
That was a good experience to have though, doing that Hanford show,
yeah.
running all that shit on our own.
For sure.
Nathaniel, what do you feel about doing a Tatchaby show?
Lame. If
Why?
you guys were to book anybody on a Bad Neighbor lineup, anybody in the world, and then you could pick your headliner feature and then opener, who would it be?
Wait, why don't you want to do Had to Be show?
Just too many people I know, dude.
That's what we're doing in Cal City. I know every single person who's gonna be there.
That's,
What if we organized a show and you hosted it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I hosted it, it'd be a little bit better.
Perfect.
No, well, that's the
Happening.
point. Is like I think we're trying to branch out and do shows in places where we have an audience kind of built in,
Yeah.
and we can show run and get spots, but we don't have to be the stars,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what you did in Hanford was great because you just did like 10 to 12. Did you record your sets?
No.
Do you know how much you did though?
You
No.
did. No, you did 10
No
to 12.
idea.
Like you did like.
Roughly, yeah. I wrote
Yeah.
out 10 minutes of jokes for sure.
And it was just, dude, tell me, like, you couldn't do 10 minutes of Smasher. Like, I feel like we could all do 10 minutes of our best material or, like, better jokes or whatever,
Yeah.
and it'd be great,
that theater would be really cool too.
And then we can, then we can get two of our friends or people from LA or the
Yeah.
coast that we know to come do the show with us, and then it'll be like a comedy show, less of Nathaniel Webb comes home, and more of just a show presented by this guy that we know.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at this weekend. We need to find 2 people to come with us.
Well, we got one,
Oh,
right?
we haven't
we
even
got Diego.
decided yet.
Diego's coming with us again. So it's just us 4 right now, and Diego's working.
Nice.
So we need to find 2 more people. I'm kind of just gonna see who's at the mic.
Yeah, you should say that.
Yeah,
We pick them up like prostitutes is the crazy thing.
because that's gonna be a fun experience. I think it's like you're just coming back to do a show with me. There's already 30 people gonna be there right now, and it's only gonna grow.
All right. What if the only person who shows up to the mic is Max Mann?
Coming with, baby. Let's go. Walk
That'd
your
be
ass to
tight.
Cal City.
LGBTQ. He would rock. the
Because that's where
room.
like I kind of don't even want to host tonight. I just want to watch.
Everett's hosted every single open
Oh, I
mic for
know,
the
dude.
last 9 years. I feel like is what it's
Did you go to the Thursday open mic, Nathaniel?
Yeah, I did.
Who hosted that? Everett
No.
or did Dan?
I made
host.
Pat Rabin host.
Oh, Pat hosted?
Yeah, Pat Rabin. Pat Rabin hosted the first half, and then Tyson Hayes hosted the second half.
Dude, Tyson and Everett have been the main host so far.
I really have. Pat's just getting into it recently, so
Yeah.
that's why he's pretty excited to do it. That opening set, though, dude, on last Thursday, dude, opening sets on any open mic is so rough. It is so rough. And you almost forget. Because it's like you can't improv anything that you've seen throughout the night, so you have nothing to go off of. Because
Right.
I just showed up.
Go set the tone.
Nothing I've seen. So I got to go set the tone, and I think I did. I set the tone, but it was like, whoosh. I said this joke, and it's like, I try to joke for the first time in an opening set. You're like, I guess I'll never say that joke again because it got zero, not even a pitter patter. But you're like, maybe it will work. You know what I mean? I told it to Marcos, and he giggled. Taking Molly lately, and they say it's a love drug.
Microdose Molly?
Yeah, I've been taking Molly lately, and they say it's a love drug. I haven't fell in love, but I've had a lot of meaningless sex.
That's a joke for Threads.
Yeah, go and put that out as a tweet and see how it does.
Yeah.
My word.
Have you watched football with your girlfriend, Anthony?
Yeah.
Does she like know some of the players or no?
No, she'll just come be with me while I'm watching it.
Dude, I've been watching football with mine, and then she's taking interest in some of the players, but I've noticed a pattern.
Like they're
It's all the hot white guys.
All the fucking hot dudes that play football.
I think that's a cry for
Oh.
help, dude. I think she's trying to tell you something.
She's like, she sees Zach Wilson play. What is she trying to tell me?
She's
she's trying to tell you that you're fat
I don't know,
and
does
out
she, I
of
don't know,
shape,
does she watch this?
and you need to play more football.
She's all, can you get your life together?
Straight up,
No, dude, I think
their salaries come on screen, and she just
Yeah.
probably because I think Zach Wilson looks like a football player from like a high school, like here, you know.
yeah.
He doesn't look like anything special.
No,
Yeah,
no,
He
no.
just
that
looks
is.
like a white
He's
kid.
a regular Mormon.
Yeah. He doesn't look like a freak athlete, you
Not at
know.
all.
He looks attainable, but
Yeah.
these other like 6'5".
But when she says Max Crosby's not bad looking, she goes, "Who's that?"
Whoa!
She's
And he
all,
has
Max
tattoos,
Crosby,
and
I'm
he's
like,
sober,
Bitch.
Dude, that's how I feel
and
when
he's a
girls are
pass
like.
rusher.
I
Dude,
know.
that's
That's
how
a
I feel
man.
when girls are like, "Well, have you heard of Matt Rife?" And I'm like,
Oh, there you go.
my
Oh, here we
fucking
go.
God, here we go again. She
No.
goes, "No, I don't." This is what they all say. It's not because he's hot. It's because he's actually funny. That's what they all say. And I'm like, "Have you seen his material?" And they go, "Well, no." And I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, bitch, you just pay attention to what he looks like.
bitch.
That's
Yeah.
why my girl
The
likes
reason you
Dustin
stopped to
Nickerson,
stay is
dude.
because he's hot."
Dustin Nickerson?
Go ahead, like him.
Yeah, fucking, she can name, I asked her, like, name a couple football players. She goes, Jimmy Garoppolo, Zach Wilson, Max Crosby.
Kobe
and then I'm like,
Bryant.
bitch, what? I was like, name an unattractive one.
She's like Puka Nakua. She's like rookie for the Rams. Sorry, I've been studying. Also,
She goes, oh, Cooper Cup's on this team. And I'm like, oh my god.
she's like Kyler Murray's my height.
Name's a college prospect. Name's a college prospect. Oh, he hasn't been drafted yet. You're like, what? Like, how do you know all this?
Look
shit?
him up. It's just some fucking stud.
There's some
All of a
sexy
sudden,
ass
you
dude.
go on her Nintendo Switch and she's playing Madden and she has like all the
Her team's called the Hotties.
Just only runs it, keeps running the ball into the other guys.
She's on Christian McCaffrey.
yeah, like we just started naming football players that we wanted to fuck secretly.
Real.
Like,
Yeah, weirdly though, she finds Kirk Cousins hot. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah, because he's just a normal guy.
That's a normal white dude. Like, she just wants normal guys, pretty
Yeah,
much.
Dude, I don't know. From that show, Quarterbacks, it looks like they're freaky. Him and his wife, Kirk Cousins.
Really?
Yeah, his wife looks like freaky.
He's a hardcore Christian though.
Dude, Christians get down crazy.
Do they?
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
dude. I
You
knew
know,
I knew
they're
a
like-
chick that was Christian, like super Christian, and she was like the most vulgar.
She was all,
like,
put it in my fucking ass.
No,
you
no,
fucking
Yeah,
we
dude.
weren't we weren't sexy.
I had a
like,
Christian
sexual
teach me
like
how to
that.
use a gun.
Yeah, see, on a Mexican or
What? A Christian taught you how to use a gun?
Yeah.
Like on a deer or a human?
No, she was just like, "You want to shoot this gun on my back?" I'm
I'll
like,
put it in my pussy and then
Like,
fucking
what are you
shoot
If
talking
you want to
about?
shoot this gun, I put it in my mouth and tell me you're gonna.
It's all CNC. It's CNC pink.
CNC baby.
that works. You never been with a
Computer
Christian?
numerical control. Oh. Computerized numerical control.
Dude, I just want to take a nap.
All right, that's our cue for us to leave. Ready?
Ready.
All right. Bye.
We're about to cause a ruckus with the community. I got beat up by a special ed. Hold on, bitch.
Hey, tell me if this counts as bullying.
Even like in a silly goose time.
I'm pretty cool, I think. He calls me Zaddy.
Welcome to the Bad Neighbor Podcast.